to the show. I'm glad to have you here.
I'm glad to be here.
This series today is about discovering your voice, and I think Rachel is a perfect person to have on for the show. Okay, so Rachel, people may recognize you because you are all over YouTube. And in particular, there is one video that I really love, and it's an Adele spoof.
Shalom, buenos dias. I forgot how to say hi in English temporarily-ish.
I do a lot of these videos, and you can see them all on the Key of Awesome YouTube page. I do several Adele parodies and also a Meghan Trainor parody. Mm-hmm. From day one when I started working with these guys, I said it kind of helps if you just sing along with it. So I always just sing along. I sing along loud and proud, whatever it sounds like.
When did you decide that you wanted to start taking voice lessons? How long ago was that?
I think it was about 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I think, I'd done tons of musicals growing up. In fact, that was basically all I did. I had nodules when I was in high school.
Yes.
So that's always been sort of a PTSD situation because I couldn't talk I had to go on vocal rest for a couple of weeks, and then it sort of came back when I was in college after doing musicals and not singing properly. I auditioned for a few musicals in New York, got cast in a couple of them, and then was just like, this is not for me. I don't want to be having to worry about my voice all the time and be freaked out about it. Mm-hmm. But then, people kept saying, like, remember when you used to do those musicals? That was so great. You should do that. You should do musicals. You can act and you can sing.
I remember when you first walked into the voice studio, your voice was really raspy, and I could tell that we were dealing with somebody that had maybe had some vocal history, some damage in her history. But since that day, moving forward, it's just gotten better and better and much more reliable, too.
Definitely.
You've always got auditions. I mean, you audition so much.
I mean, I really do think that the vocal work helps. I think it all, just making sure that instrument is ready to go, and that if I do have an audition where I'm asked to sing, I can call upon you, and I have to say it's like I notice a difference if I don't come.
How often do you come to a voice lesson?
Every week. Sometimes I cancel, and I really hate that, but there's just, sometimes there's no avoiding it.
And what do we do in our voice lesson?
I'm more familiar with old school musical theater, so Kara will pick a lot of stuff for me or suggest a lot of stuff for me to work on, or things that I'd never think of working on because I've always sung alto songs or belty songs.
I was just determined to teach you something about using your head voice and allowing that to be part of your sound as well. So let's tell them, what kind of work do you typically do? Where do we see you?
Well, I am a Shakespearean actor, but I don't really get to do that very much. I mostly do comedic stuff. I do a ton of web stuff, like I've mentioned before, with the fun folks at Key of Awesome. I've been on Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt in a little part.
What's wrong with Vicky? You said young, pale, angry?
What's this guy's deal? Is he a cop?
When you didn't have a lot of theater work, you and your husband made something happen.
We did. I'd always been interested in doing a solo show. My husband has one that he wrote and performs, and it was very, very successful. One day he stumbled upon this woman who was really well dressed, wearing a hat, gloves, and she was just wielding this gun.
Yes.
And the picture was from the 1930s. This woman, her name is Mary Shanley, she was one of the first women in the NYPD to be made detective first grade, which for me is like, what? I didn't even know there were police officer women or detectives in the 1930s.
Yes.
So he said, I think I found your solo show. So then he just started writing it, and one of our friends directed it, and we put it up last summer.
It had been one of those days. So rainy, even the rain was fed up with the rain. I'd say I was minding my own business, but that's never been the case.
A lot of people were interested in the story, and so I wanted to do it again and explore it further. So I'm doing it for 6 weeks in the fall.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, there's my plug. So everyone should come. It will be September 9th through October 15th. So if you want to come, there's really no excuse to not come because it's a lot of
It's a
performances.
long run.
It'll be at the Bridge Theater at Shetler, and I will also give you a discount code that your students, fans, and friends can use.
Oh, reach out to me for the discount code.
Yeah.
Every week, it's been awesome to see how your voice continues to grow.
Yeah.
And I think it's great to know that even if you're not pursuing musical theater necessarily, that taking voice lessons can really bring you a lot more opportunities in all of your other artistic endeavors. So get out there, take those lessons, practice, and we hope you have a great day.
And thank you for everything. I owe a lot to you.
Oh, you're welcome. It's been a pleasure. All right, bye guys. Take care.
Bye.
Bye, Vicky.